name is Dr. Alamgir. I am working as assistant professor in the Department of Sports Sciences and Physical Education in University of the Punjab, Lahore, Pakistan. So I am the principal author of more than 100 research publications, 3 international books, 3 national books, and 2 book chapters. Currently, I am also working as an editor of more than 10 international research journals that is related to exercise physiology and sport nutrition. So, today the topic of my presentation is the topic of my presentation is impact of low intensity exercise on liver biomarkers or liver functions and antioxidant system of the body. So, before to start my presentation, first of all, I would like to let you people clear about that what is exercise and what is nutrition and what they do with human body. So, according to Jack Lennon, exercise is a key, nutrition is a queen. Put them together, you will got or you have got the kingdom. So it is most important sentence. So once again see this sentence: exercise is a king, nutrition is a queen. Put them together, you have got the kingdom. It means that for a healthy lifestyle, we need to eat well, we need to do well, and we need to get well. It means that if you want to get well, then we need 2 types of things. One, we need to do well, we need to do excellent or exercise according to the need and according to the abilities and capabilities of the body. And the second important thing is nutrition. So, lacking of these 2 ingredients of life, the concept of status remains incomplete. That is mens sana in corpore sana. So, see this sentence: mens sana, corpore sana. It means that a healthy body or a sound body has a sound mind. So, now I would like to make you people clear on your concept, clear about the exercise, that what happens with your body during exercise. So during physical activities or during exercise, the cells of the body naturally produce antioxidant as well as reactive oxygen species. So exercise alone increase the reactive oxygen species, mean ROS. Similarly, nutrition like vitamin A, C and E and the minerals just like copper, zinc and selenium promote the antioxidants. So if exercise with antioxidant is performed, then it promotes the functional capacity of the body. Otherwise, it leads to oxidative stress. So what is oxidative stress? So if the body produces reactive oxygen species as well as antioxidants in a balanced quantity, means that at both sides, if the reactive oxygen species and antioxidants are produced by the cell in a balanced quantity, then this state is called blood redox state. Right. If there is imbalance in both reactive oxygen species and antioxidant, then this state of the body is called oxidative stress. So production of antioxidant as well as reactive oxygen species in a balanced ratio is called blood redox state. Here, there is a majority of physical education students and experts in this hall. So, as you people are concerned and we people are concerned with sports sciences and physical education, so that's why here you can see one most important thing, that is blood redox stage. In physical education, we are using the word physical fitness. So, blood redox stage, this terminology is used for physical fitness in medical sciences. In medical sciences. It means that if the body produces reactive oxygen species as well as antioxidant in a balanced quantity, that this is called blood redox state. While sport medicine and physical education, we are using the word physical fitness. So now we have to talk about liver, because the main area of my study was liver function or liver biomarkers. So, as we know that liver is one among the vital organs of the body performing more than 500 functions. So, the liver regulates, or the main function of liver to regulate the most chemical levels in the blood and excrete a product called bile. This helps carry away waste products from the liver. So, ALT, ALP, AST, bilirubin, and albumin, these are the basic parameters of livers. These are the basic biochemical parameters of livers. So, why I select this topic, or why I work as a researcher on this topic? There was two basic questions in my mind. The first question was that, does exercise has any impact on liver function, that is ALT, ALP, AST? And the second question was that does exercise has any impact on blood redox stage? So, to find out the solution of these two questions, I as a researcher initiated this research study under the title Impact of Low Intensity Exercise on Blood Redox State and Liver Biomarkers or Liver Functions. So, how I found out my results and how I reached to my conclusions. So, as you people know that this study was associated with impact of low intensity exercise on liver biomarkers and antioxidant system. So therefore the researcher applied, or I as researcher applied experimental research design. So similarly, participant of this particular research study was taken or selected from the Department of Sports Science and Physical Education, University of the Punjab, Lahore, Pakistan. And the basic criteria for the selection of the participant was maximum heart rate formula and application of International Physical Activities Questionnaire. So it means that with the help of International Physical Activities Questionnaire and maximum heart rate formula, I selected my respondent or participants. And after that, I divided or classified my respondent in two groups. The one group was called experimental and the second one was control group. Each group was comprised of 20 participants. So, the experimental group was gone through self-made exercise protocols, so which was of 8 weeks. So, ethical approval was also taken from the University of the Punjab, as well as a written informed consent was taken from all the subjects before participation in the study. So, how I diagnose or how I assess or examine the liver biomarkers and antioxidant or oxidative stress. So, 5 ml blood was collected from each subject. So after collection of blood sample, two type of tests. One is LFT, that is called liver function test, and the second one is ferric reducing assay protocols, which was introduced by Stein and Benzai in 1858. For your kind information, as per rule of research, in nowadays this method is considered outdated, but due to very little type of, due to non-availability of resources, in Pakistan, still from ferric reducing assay protocol is applicable, so that's why I have used only ferric reducing assay protocol. In developed countries, it is called, or it is known as outdated method of calculating blood redox state or oxidative stress. So, the collected data mean the pre and post test result was processed through statistical package for social sciences and according to the need and nature of the objectives of the study, appropriate means suitable statistical tool, that is mean, standard deviation, and t-test, etc. was applied. So what was the main finding from this study? So as I discussed in the very beginning that I have assessed or examined only three parameters of liver, that is ALT, ALP and AST. So after analysis, the result was that there is effect of low intensity exercise on ALT, ALP and AST, but not significant. You can see these major findings. So in last plot, which means ferric reducing assay protocols or ferric reducing assay, which was introduced by Benzai and Stein. So it means that oxidative stress or the level of oxidative stress was found significant among the subject or experimental group. So at last conclusion. On the basis of finding, the researcher concluded that low intensity exercise has no significant effect on liver functions. In addition, it was also concluded that low intensity exercise helps in the improvement of blood life quality mean by reducing various health problems related to oxidative damage of cell and muscle fatigue. So, recommendation. So, as in my research, I found two types of things. That there is a very little effect of low intensity exercise on liver biomarkers, while it can cause oxidative stress. But there are two types of oxidative stress. One is called acute and one is called chronic. Acute means that there is a stress, but there is a very little amount of ratio of stress. So therefore, acute stress was found among the respondents. Acute stress is not so dangerous like chronic stress, oxidative stress. So on the basis of my result or conclusion, so I given 2 or 3 recommendations which was already suggested by different organizations. The first was that each week adult need 150 minutes of low to moderate intensity exercise and 2 days of muscle strengthening exercise according to physical activities guideline for Americans. So the question is that I have given the direction of American peoples, but I am talking about Pakistan or the subjects which were taken from Pakistan. So according to medical sciences, in any type of study where these cells are involved, in majority cases, cells are still of each and every individual, either from Pakistan or from America. So that's why recommendation behind is the recommendation of physical activities guideline for American. So the second recommendation was an average adult need about 2,000 to 2,500 calories per day to maintain their weight depending on age, gender and activity level. It means that it is necessary for each and every individual to take 200 to 25 calories, 2,500 calories per day. So how we can take this, or how we can complete or fulfill this suggested level of calories, that is 200 and 200 2500 calories. So for this we have to use roughly 225 to 275 gram of carbohydrate, 56 to 97 gram of protein, and 47 to 77 gram of fat per day. United States Development of Agriculture. So thank you very much. If there is any question, so you are welcome.
Very good, very good. Keep it up, bache.
Question?
Keep it up, bache.
So, very good presentation by Dr. Alamgir. Really, he wrote all levels of the that we are going to use. So, let me answer such. You suggest me might be I am a little bit confused. That in accidental stress or the chronic stress, while in both conditions you gave the suggestions in last one, that's the 2000 or 500 calories the athlete is going to be utilized, either belonging to any gender or weight or engaging in physical activity level. So let me clear that in both conditions or any type of stress if you have or if the athlete or the layman is going to be take. So in these conditions, while having the stress, the athlete or the layman utilizing the calories or not.
So thank you very much for your question. So you can see in the first slide, the first line of my presentation, according to Jack Lennon, exercise is king, nutrition is king, put them together, you will got kingdom. So it means that if we are doing both things, that is exercise as well as nutrition in a balanced way, then we can reduce the negative effect of exercise or nutrition, that is called blood redox fat, that is called oxidative stress. So if we are taking these both things, that is exercise and diet, in a balanced quantity, then it can reduce the level of oxidative stress. So for your kind information, yes sir. So acute and chronic stress, it is the two level of stress, oxidative stress. So in all type of exercise, it is according to the nature of exercise, or it is the natural system of human cells, that whenever we are doing any sort of exercise or any sort of physical activities, then these two types of chemicals will be produced in the cells. Reactive oxygen species and antioxidants. It will produce in each and every type of exercise, either it is the activity of low intensity, either it is the activity of moderate intensity, either it is the activities of high intensity exercise. It will produce, or the cell will produce these two types of things, antioxidant and reactive oxygen species. But in low intensity exercise, there is acute, mean that there is oxidative stress is present, but it means that it is in a very little quantity. Acute oxidative stress has no side effect. Only chronic oxidative stress are found in high intensity exercise. So that's why this recommendation is only for those who are performing high intensity exercise. It is not for low intensity, it is not for moderate intensity. Because low and moderate intensity exercise has no such type of production of reactive oxygen species.
बिलाल का भी क्वेश्चन है मूवी लंबी हो रही है जल्दी करो
As being a young researcher, I'm very confused between two things. It is obvious that if we give a protocol or training to some group called A or B, if B is control group, and we are not giving them any kind of training protocol, it is obvious that we will get improvements in group A. Then why we divide in two groups? And My second question is that what are the parameters?
Gentlemen, first of all, I want to respond to your first question. In experimental research studies, we always categorize our subject on the basis of randomization. It is just for this purpose to assess or to examine or to diagnose the effect. Because in a single group, we can assess or examine the effect, but not in an inauthentic way or manner. So that's why in experimental research study, we are always classified or responding in two groups, that is experimental and control groups. A control group is just given for the purpose or just selected for the purpose to compare your result, to compare your effect, to compare your effect of exercise or nutrition or exercise.
My second question is that what are the parameters to gauge oxidative stress? Right? You have obviously mentioned number of times oxidative stress. I want to know about what are the parameters, how we can gauge oxidative stress.
Okay, very good question. So you can see in this slide, at one side you can see antioxidant, and at second side you can see the reactive oxygen species. These are the basic parameters through which we can assess oxidative stress among these subjects. Main that by calculate antioxidant and reactive oxygen species with the help of this assessment. Medical art we calculate these parameters: reactive oxygen species and antioxidants. Any other question?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Wonderful to have you on stage. Thank you so much.
थोड़ा सा आपकी क्वेश्चन को और भी जरा वो करना चाहते हैं। ये कंफ्यूजन है कि एक्सपेरिमेंटल जब हम स्टडी करते हैं तो कंट्रोल ग्रुप और एक्सपेरिमेंटल ग्रुप कंट्रोल ग्रुप वो ग्रुप भी तो वो एक्टिविटी नहीं करेगा। वो जो नॉर्मल एक्टिविटी है, जो एक्टिविटी आप करा रहे हैं, रूटीन एक्टिविटी वो है। एक्सपेरिमेंटल हम क्यों करते हैं? हम अपना एक प्रोटोकॉल डिवेलप करते हैं और उस प्रोटोकॉल में कुछ हम वेरिएबल डालते हैं। हम कहते हैं कि जो आप ये ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हैं, जो ट्रेडिशनल ट्रेनिंग हो रही है, उससे अगर ये ट्रेनिंग बेटर है, ठीक है, तो इसलिए उसको हम एक्सपेरिमेंट के तौर पे उस प्रोटोकॉल को यूज करते हैं एक्सपेरिमेंटल ग्रुप में। ये कभी नहीं होता कि आप कंट्रोल ग्रुप को कुछ भी नहीं दे रहे और एक्सपेरिमेंटल को तो ऑब्वियस है कि वो रिजल्ट वो अच्छा देगा, लेकिन चूंकि आप अपना प्रोटोकॉल डेवलप करें, जिसे हम कहते हैं कि स्टेयर्स, जो क्लाइंबिंग है, स्टेयर्स पे एक्सरसाइज हम करते हैं, हाई इंटेंसिटी एक्सरसाइज, इसको मैं कहता हूँ कि नहीं, हम जंपिंग पेस को करते हैं, तो मैं अपने वेरिएबल को चेंज करता हूँ टू चेक दैट वेरिएबल वेदर दैट वेरिएबल इज इफेक्टिव और नॉट, सो वी डू एक्सपेरिमेंटल रिसर्च। तो इसलिए आमतौर पे जितने भी मैं रिसर्च आप लोगों के आर्टिकल देख रहा हूँ या एमफिल एमएससी के थीसिस देख रहा हूँ, उसमें ये बहुत बड़ी गलती होती है कि आप एक प्रोटोकॉल, पूरा प्रोटोकॉल बनाते नहीं हैं। अगर 8 वीक का आपने एक प्रोटोकॉल दिया तो 8 वीक का हर डे का हर सेशन का आप देंगे, वो चेक करेंगे, और कंट्रोल ग्रुप कभी भी ऐसा नहीं होगा कि उसको आप कुछ ना दें। जी डॉक्टर,
उनकी नॉर्मल
जी डॉक्टर साहब, मैं जस्ट
क्यों मोड़ दे देखिए तो ठीक है सर। मैं उसके देख के इधर देखिए नहीं, उधर ही
आपने लोग की एक्सरसाइजेस का
दूर है
इसके लीवर फंक्शंस के ऊपर, ऑक्सीडेटिव स्ट्रेस के ऊपर, आई वुड लाइक टू नो कि ये लो इंटेंसिटी एक्सरसाइजेस हैं क्या? आपकी एक्सरसाइज को लो इंटेंसिटी कहते हैं। एज आपने जो एक चीज ली, मैक्सिमम हार्ट रेट लिया, तो मैक्सिमम हार्ट रेट से मुझे
जैसे
होगी कि ये
एक को आप करा
जो
दें,
है कार्डियोवैस्कुलर
2 टीनियन
एंड्योरेंस के लिए आप कर रहे
एक पे
हैं या
हम
मस्कुलर एंड्योरेंस के लिए
चेक
कर
करना
रहे
है
हैं?
पॉलीमेट्रिक ट्रेनिंग का इफेक्ट। दोनों को ट्रेनिंग तो कंटिन्यू रखोगे, कंट्रोल को लेकिन उसमें पॉलीमेट्रिक एक्सपेरिमेंट में ऐड कर दोगे। जब वो ऐड हो जाएगी तो उसका इफेक्ट, अगर आप उस दूसरे को कुछ भी नहीं करवाते, कर बिठा देते, तो इसमें ना बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंस आएगा।
या
कि इनको तो कुछ नहीं कराया, इनको ट्रेनिंग भी कराई, साथ पॉलीमेट्रिक भी करा दी, बहुत दुगना हो जाएगा, फिर वो खराब
Here I
हो
have
जाएगा,
mentioned
फिर
that
वो डिफरेंस नहीं निकलेगा,
intensity of
डिफरेंट डबल नहीं कराएगा, एक तो ट्रेनिंग का निकलेगा, एक पॉलीमेट्रिक का निकलेगा।
maximum heart rate formula that is introduced or devised by Clerk et al. So, according to this formula, whenever we are going to calculate the intensity of exercise, then we calculate age from 220 to 20. It is just for calculating the intensity of exercise. So, in low intensity exercise, we can include those exercises where the heart rate is increased from 40 to 50. In some research, it is written that all those activities where your heart rate remain from 50 to 60 is considered low intensity exercise, which we can calculate with different type of devices. So, but it is not an authentic way or method of calculating the intensity of exercise. So that's why here I have used the second important step for calculating the intensity of exercise, that is International Physical Activity Questionnaire, and it is considered most authentic or more authentic tool or device for calculating the intensity of exercise.
Thank you, sir. It's wonderful to have you.